To everyone who sees the animated version of me, my eyes aren't black. They're dark blue.
Bar City, the place to be. Life's a madness, wild and free. Tune in now, let the good vibes flow. Bar City, your favorite show.
Welcome back to Barf City, episode 70. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin.
So, how's your weekend been?
It's been all right.
That's good. I see you did some alterations on our YouTube account.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I finally changed the profile picture and the also the artwork on the podcast has officially been changed. So, so that will they will notice that more in the this episode. So
Nice. Yeah. To everyone who sees the animated version of me, my eyes aren't black. They're dark blue.
yeah, I know I tried to make another anime version of me with a different picture of myself to see if maybe it might. I mean, that one looked fine and all, but I was like, I wonder if I could make one maybe look a little different. And but when I did it, it didn't. It gave me black eyes instead of blue eyes, and I was like, oh, it didn't catch my blue eyes. I was like, I guess I was squinting or something in the picture. I was like, but the other picture, it got my not only were my eyes blue, but they were really, really wide. It was like, woo.
I mean, I'll give another one a shot at some point. I always like messing with
Yeah.
it.
But yeah, that was a little experiment I did just to see what would happen. So, mm. So what have you been doing this weekend?
Uh, hang out with the wife, playing Cyberpunk, still playing it.
Yeah, she kind of figured. Still enjoying it, I presume.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, I've been playing, I told you I think last week that I can only play the vanilla version of Daggerfall. I can't play the Unity version. Uh I finally joined a guild that I have not joined in like years. They're like in Daggerfall, there's guilds called or I guess they're technically factions, I guess.
Hmm.
Um, where they're always they're the knightly orders essentially. And in each region that you go to has a different knightly order. Well, the one I'm in is the Knights of the Flame, I believe. I think in Daggerfall itself is the Knights of the Dragon. And but they're all essentially roughly the same. It's just their names are different, and I think some of the quests are a little different depending on what region you're in. But
Yeah.
I created for the first time ever. I'm actually playing as an Argonian. Never done that before, and and so I thought it might be fun to switch things up because I always go to the Fighters Guild. It's literally the first guild I run to. I'm always like, oh, Fighters Guild. Uh, but this time I was like, I'm kind of want to do something different. I'm kind of getting tired of the Fighters Guild. So I went over there and been doing they instead of like with these nightly orders, they give you like when you do quests for them, it helps your reputation in the world itself. And people actually start respecting you more because you're doing like these goody things, I guess. And your rewards, they give you like stuff instead of gold. So it's kind of interesting. And so I've been playing around with that a little bit. But yeah, honestly kind of surprised I never really got into the Argonians earlier because, out of all the types of animals, like reptiles are kind of like one of my favorites. So I'm surprised I didn't like long time ago, like immediately be like, oh, I should be an Argonian. But I don't know, they just never jumped out at me. So until recently, I was like, oh, I'm kind of tired of playing because I usually always play as a high elf. So or
Yeah.
Altimer or whatever you want to call them. In Daggerfall, they call them high elves. Uh, so I'm used to calling them that. But yeah, I usually always play as that. But I was like, I want to do something different, be Argonian. So it's pretty fun actually. So it's fun playing around with the different clothes and armor styles you can wear. Like to his body type and stuff. So, but yeah, that's what I've been pretty much doing this week slash weekend. So, kind of playing around with that. Mm.
Yeah.
You sound so uh, excited right now. So,
I mean, I'm
is
just
your brain still
listening to
stuck in
you,
Cyberpunk?
bro. Like, I don't know. My brain ain't firing on all cylinders today.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah, Eric's kind of. Oh, actually, did you hear about Netflix buying out WB?
I did. They sent me an email about it, and I was like,
Yep.
"Oh, okay." I was like, "They got that now, huh?" So,
Yeah, which the funny thing is, Cyberpunk's a WB game.
oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Warner
Yeah,
Brothers, it has the WB logo on it. Game's loaded up. But yeah, apparently also James Gunn apparently only has one more year on his contract. So I don't even know if we're gonna like why he's trying to change the whole DCU because he's not even having the time to do it.
hmm.
Unless I mean he somehow gets another contract with them, which I mean that could happen.
Yeah,
But yeah, he's just Netflix bought him, and I'm curious what's gonna happen.
yeah. I was trying to think of series wise. Like, I know a lot of movies that are owned by WB, but I was trying to think of series shows that are owned by WB that would then technically be owned by Netflix. Now, I couldn't really think of what all of them were, so I guess I
Or
would have
anything
to.
on
I
HBO
guess
Max.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, there's quite a few shows on HBO Max that are WB. I guess I'd have to Google a list or something to see like what they would be. But I couldn't recall any of them. So I guess I'm more familiar with the WB movies than I am
Hmm.
the series. So
Well, HBO belongs to WB, which when they bought WB, they also get Netflix now also owns HBO Max.
I didn't know WB owned
Yep.
HBO. Huh. I never knew that.
Yep. HBO is owned by Warner Brothers Discovery. And Netflix has acquired Warner Brothers Discovery Film Studio and HBO assets, including the streaming service, a deal expected to close in late 2026 or 2027, pending regulatory approval.
So, they didn't really seem to have a clear answer in the email. What exactly does that mean? Or is Netflix going to like do a joint thing with HBO Max, or are they going to just
Honestly,
take all the shows, or like what
they
are they going to
better
do?
do a merger of their two apps
Yeah,
because if they don't and they leave them separate and like, hey, you still have to pay for HBO Max and you have to pay for Netflix, trying to double dip, that's going to really hurt. They're going to lose money.
yeah. Because like maybe they could do like a deal thing, like if you get Netflix, you could also just get Max with it, I guess. So,
Yeah.
or I guess vice versa or whatever. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea for sure. I do like Max. I kind of ran out of shows about a year ish ago when I was watching a bunch of shows on there, but I was waiting for some new ones to build back up before I got back on there again. And I haven't really got around to it. Plus, I've been so caught up in all these Asian drama shows, so that's kind of what I'm
Yeah.
hooked on right now. But no, of course, Netflix right now, I'm in the middle of watching Stranger Things. But other than that, I only watched a couple of shows that I couldn't really watch on my streaming service. I was watching on Netflix because I finally watched Squid Game. I know I'm a little behind. I watched that about a month ago ish, and then I want to watch that. I think it's a Japanese show. It's Alice in the Borderland, whatever it's called. And of course I watched Weak Hero. Weak Hero
Yeah.
is my favorite Korean drama for sure. I love the crap out of that show.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I'm curious. Yeah, the email didn't really explain what they were going to do. So I'm kind of curious where they're going to go with that. So,
Mhm.
mm.
I don't know. That's kind of
Or are
interesting
they
too.
just going to leave them alone and they're just going to keep them as two separate apps, but just now they'll get royalties from the shows, I guess. So I don't know. So
Hmm.
because they technically own it now. So I don't know. Guess we'll find out.
So, do you know about a show back in 1988 called Ronin Warriors?
Doesn't sound familiar.
It's an anime. I have to rewatch it at some point because it's been forever since I watched it. But apparently, it's getting a sequel coming January 6th of next year.
A sequel like series or like they're gonna
I thought I was getting a sequel.
hmm, interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've ever
Hmm.
heard of that one. I know there's a show a 90s show I like. Well, it's kind of 90s slash early 2000s, called Sliders, and there's a lot of people doing petitions trying to bring really badly want to bring that show back. I'm hoping it'll happen. So because I love the crap out of that show. It definitely needs to be modernized because it has a lot of that. It suffers when you watch it. It suffers from a lot of that 90s style to it. I guess you could say. So that
Yeah.
it was good back then, but nowadays when you watch it, some of the stuff in the shows are a little laughable, and so it definitely needs that concept is so cool though, so it definitely needs to be modernized. But yeah, that would be cool. I would love to see a lot of these classic shows get sequels or get brought back in some way. Mm.
Mhm. But we do have some sad news.
We do.
Yep, on the 20th. So apparently, uh, Kare Hiroku Tagawa, the actor who played and voiced Shang Tsung in the Mortal Kombat games and
Oh,
movie,
okay.
passed away.
I guess I didn't know who that. I've never seen that movie. So,
Hmm.
mm.
Yeah, he played him in the original, and he voiced him in a few different things. But he passed away. I guess. Well, it's been a year now since he's passed away, but it's been a year since the guy who made "Your Soul Will Be Mine" so iconic has been dead for a year now. Kind of sucks.
Yeah. I just now realized, I guess that means that Curb Your Enthusiasm is now owned by WB. Sorry, my
Go
brain can't get off
straight
of that.
from
My
the
brain can't
year.
get off that for some reason. So, I don't know if that, I mean, the show's
Uh,
already ended, so I don't know if that will change anything. I mean, it might change things royalties wise, but as far as the show itself, I doubt it's going to affect that because it's already over. So, but yeah. Hmm.
yeah, I said. A lot of things are being weird and changing. Just curious on how things are going to come out.
Oh my neck.
Trying to think if there's anything else new out of nowhere. It's like I didn't, I had actually forgotten it had been a year since he passed away. I wasn't expecting the Netflix takeover, find out Warner Brothers of all things.
Yeah.
I expected Disney to attempt that before anything, but I guess that would have been a lot more chaos because, of course, DC is owned by Warner Brothers.
Yeah, I was actually kind of thinking that when I read the email because I was sitting there going, that sounds like something Disney would do, but yeah. Mhm. And of course, Microsoft has become like the video game version of Disney where they just keep buying out all these companies.
Hmm.
They're like, oh, we'll just buy them. Yeah. The good thing about Microsoft though is for the most part, I think there's a couple of exceptions, but for the most part, they're just letting the companies like release the games on whatever they want. They're just getting the royalty rights and all that stuff for it. So
Yeah,
for the most part, anyway. So it's not really affecting anything for like gamers themselves. It's just affecting the company. So,
yeah. I'm curious on when the live action Zelda TV show or movie comes is coming out.
I didn't even know they were making that.
Yeah, apparently I can see something about it.
Hmm. Live action Zelda. It's supposed to be a show.
Ah, live action Zelda Legend of Zelda movie is scheduled to release on May 7th, 2027.
20. Oh, okay. So we still got a little while then.
Yeah, we still got a little while. Yeah, we're getting
But it's
all kinds of
officially
stuff.
been like greenlit, I guess. I might actually be interested in that. I do like the lore of Zelda. I'm just not a big fan of the gameplay. It's one of the reasons
Hmm.
why I never play the games. But yeah, depends on how they handle the show. But yeah, for the most part, I probably would find it enjoyable. We'll see what happens. Do you know? Well, I guess it's that would be Nintendo. I wonder what they're gonna release it on. Huh.
Hmm.
They'll probably make a deal with Netflix in all honesty. So,
Sony Pictures
oh, Sony.
is going to be the distributor.
Yeah. So that means it will probably wind up on I don't know, what Sony shows usually wind up on? Just everything?
Yeah, just random. So the cast for it, though,
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
I guess I don't know either of these young actors.
It's kind of weird that Sony's
For
doing it because they're like they're betrayer of Nintendo.
hmm for Princess Zelda, we have Bo Bragson, and for
Who?
Link, we have Bo Bracken. See what she's done.
Hmm, never heard of her. In all honesty, I probably never heard of any of these actors. Are these uh Japanese actors? Are they white? What are they?
Nope, they're white.
Oh, okay.
I guess in the show, Riggingale Nell, the Rodleys, Censor, and Three Girls is what she's known for. I don't know none of these. Creeped Out apparently is the TV show she was on. Yeah, she doesn't have a lot of stuff, but she has two things upcoming, so she's getting there. And then for Zelda, we have Benjamin Evan Ainsworth.
Hmm.
Yeah. And he's done apparently he's Pinocchio in Pinocchio. Voice. Was he Pinocchio's voice actor? Yeah, he was Pinocchio's voice actor. The one that has Tom Hanks as Geppetto. The 2022 movie.
Oh, yeah, my brain was sitting there. I forgot that movie existed. I was sitting there going, Tom Hanks played Geppetto? What?
Yep, and
Yeah, I
they had
forgot all
a
about that. Yeah.
the weirdest about it is who was Jiminy Cricket.
Who was
Uh,
Jiminy Cricket?
Joseph Gordon-Levitt is Jiminy Cricket.
Oh yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
I
Surprised I actually know who an actor is. Yeah.
well, you knew who Tom Hanks was.
Well,
Uh,
everybody knows who Tom Hanks is. If you don't know who Tom Hanks is and you live in the United States, like I would be concerned. So,
hmm Now, even if you don't live in the United States.
well, some countries I could give you an excuse. So,
But yeah, they had Gordon Levitt as Jiminy Cricket and Tom Hanks as Geppetto.
Yeah, I forgot that movie even existed. So. I never watched it, so but I do remember when it came out. Because
Hmm.
but yeah, when you said that, I was sitting there going, "Wait, he played Geppetto? What the fuck?" But I'm like, "Oh yeah, there was a movie with him in it. I forgot about that." Yeah.
Oh, so he was in the TV show about Sandman,
Tom
the
Hanks?
DC character. No, the actor who's playing Zelda. I mean Link, not Zelda. Rookie
Oh,
mistake
okay, the
there.
one playing that. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, I still
Hmm.
don't, I'd have to see a picture of him, I guess. Let's see. Actor.
Benjamin Evan Ainsworth.
Benjamin. Benjamin.
He also has two upcoming ones, Blood on Snow and The Legend of Zelda. And he just got done with the new movie that everything's going to be great this year.
He looks kind of familiar. I wonder if I've seen him in something. Either that or maybe he just looks like some other actor or something.
Yeah.
Mm. I haven't seen any of these movies, so yeah, he must just look like somebody. So. Hmm,
Yeah.
that's not, that's, how old is he? Okay. I guess he's 17. He just looks a little younger than that. Because I was sitting there going, they're getting someone kind of young. I mean, I know in different games, Link is different ages, but I figured they would go more for Teen Link, but I was like, well, I guess he is 17 and he just looks young. So,
Yeah, I mean, they're all teenagers.
because Link, he's depending on the game or the lore of that time, he's either like child or teen typically. Very rarely do but yeah, I figured since you said live action show, I was like, yeah, they'll probably go for teen version of him. So, but then when I saw him, I was like, oh, I'm like, oh, he is a teen. He just looks young.
Hmm. I think he's young adult though in the newest game. Link is.
Uh, the Tears of the Kingdom, or
Yeah, I think which Breath of the
mm,
Wild and that.
yeah, Breath of the Wild and then Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, he
Because he
might
looks a
be.
little older the way they
I
modeled him.
Yeah, I'd never looked up his age in that game, but yeah, he might be like maybe in his early 20s or something. Oh,
17 years old.
okay.
Is
Okay.
biologically 17-year-old, but chronically over 117, having slept for 100 years in the
Yeah,
Shrine of Resurrection.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, he's 17 years old biologically.
yeah,
That's probably why they chose actors that are his age.
yeah. That is, I think that is more the popular version of Link that people like the teenage version.
Hmm.
I believe it's in the Downfall Hero timeline is really where they more embrace the kid version of Link more often in those games. He's usually a kid. So
Yeah. And then you got Wind Waker, which is just a reincarnated versions of them.
yeah, it can in those games. Some games it's a little tricky because the art style is kind of weird in some of the games. So you're looking at them and you're like, how old are they? I don't know. And then because like the to me, I don't. It's like I think they're going for that classic Japanese art style, but it almost kind of looks a little bit like chibi art a little bit.
Yeah.
In the Wind Waker timeline, which would be the adult Link timeline, and so yeah, it's a little tricky with some of them. So, but anyway, we don't have to blab on about Legend of Zelda unless we want to. I don't know.
That would have
Uh,
to be a whole different
yeah, make a
episode,
whole
though.
episode just about. Oh, jeez, excuse me, about Zelda. Oh, jeez,
Damn.
I'm dying. I ate too much chili.
Uh, that's what we're having tonight is chili.
Chili. I ate that almost every night. It seems like chili. So it's cheap to make and it's easy to preserve and eat throughout the week. So with that, it still tastes good. Even a few days later. So
Yeah, no, that's what's the best appeal about it.
yeah, that's why I keep making it. So and it just seems like I never really get tired of it. There's also so many things you can do with chili too. Like sometimes I'll just eat chili. Sometimes I want to eat it in a wrap. Sometimes, I want to eat like a Frito chili pie. So sometimes I'll even buy hot dogs and make chili dogs. So, are you laughing at me or are you laughing at something
Yeah,
else?
I'm laughing at you.
What?
Nothing. You're over here just chili dogs, chili
Well,
this, chili
I
that.
was listing some examples. Jeez, is that a problem?
Uh, yeah, I mean, a lot of good stuff coming out eventually.
Eventually, we'll eventually get there.
Oh, a little funny thing is, so apparently, uh, Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp got to meet Ichiro Oda, the creator of One Piece,
Oh yeah.
and he made him a flag with the drawing in the his art style of One Piece of Captain Jack Sparrow for him,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
like a curtain, whatever. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a pic. He's got Captain Jack Sparrow drawn in the style of One Piece. I love it. Oh, sad news on something that ain't gonna come out. That was originally gonna come out. Because some purchasing of changing of corporate hands. The last Ronin uh comic, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles,
Yeah.
was gonna get a film adaptation. That has been canceled.
Huh.
Yep, they decided it was gonna be the new owners of all that decided it was going to be too dark.
Too
Yeah.
dark.
Because it's a gruesome noir style comic. Because
Oh yeah.
it's after all but one of the Ninja Turtles has been killed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess too dark for Ninja Turtles. Yeah, I guess I can understand that. So
Yep, and the last Ninja Turtle who becomes
I
the
guess I was just
becomes
thinking too dark in general. So I was like, okay, why is that? And then I was like, okay, yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay, how many times am I gonna say okay?
okay, okay,
Okay.
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 I get it. Okay, okay. Well, so another thing, I'm actually gonna jump. I gotta jump back to Cyberpunk real quick because I haven't. So I before I played the game, because of course I waited until a lot of the bugs were fixed. Of course, I got my hold of an Xbox Series X and could find it on sale at the right time. But I had already watched Cyberpunk Edge Runners. And if you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It is such a phenomenal animated show. And well, in Edge Runners, you follow David in 2026. So a year before, you play as V in the game. And there's a song from that show called I Want to Stay at Your House. It's the opening. And it's become like this emotional trigger because of how dramatic the show is, because it was basically David and I'm trying to remember her name.
I don't get me lying.
Uh, so another is David Lucy. So David and Lucy are a thing, and it's basically like their song and the whole situation of that show. And And everyone's talking about like how they like I was reading just Reddit while I was waiting on things to get loaded back up. Like and they were like, I actually like one person like I skipped that song now. Because apparently, because I didn't know it was actually in the game first. They had already had it in the game
Huh.
because you have radio stations. It's in the
Yeah.
radio station in the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, I wish this song was in the game. I like, there's other songs I really love, like on Growl FM called Afterlife. Really love that fucking song. It's a great song. But I was walking through doing a what a gig, which is side mission,
Yeah.
and I was just trying to get these two cops out of this uh old precinct that had been taken over by a gang. Well, I walked by a radio and that song was playing. I stopped, looked over, it's like I feel so like I literally ran back through the door to look at the radio to see what station it was on,
Yeah.
so I could find out which station that song will periodically play on. The only other way to hear it is if you do one of the four main the actual love interests, which is honestly the weakest part of the game is the love interests. The way they set it up.
That doesn't surprise me.
And well, the problem I have with it, right, is you could be a male or female V.
Hmm.
One of the two females, if I haven't tested it, but people are saying will only date female V, won't date a male V. I think the other one will date both. And then on the male side, one male, I believe, will date both, and one male will only date male V,
Huh.
which honestly irritates me because it's like, why not make your all your characters bi? If V's already bi,
Yeah,
make the
it probably would be
relationships bi.
easier that way. Just make them all buy.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the guy who actually will only date male V
Hmm.
has an ex-wife and kids. Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe he had an awakening later on. I don't know.
Well, no, you see flashbacks because he's a. I don't want to spoil too much, but he's a old bandmate of Johnny Silverhand, Keanu Reeves' character that's in your head,
Yeah.
and you see a flashback of him making out with a dude, and he had a thing for Johnny.
Hmm.
So when you first start the whole thing, it's like he has kind of a thing for you because of Johnny's in your head,
Yeah.
but then it develops from there. But yeah, he will not actually date female V unless some people say if you put male voice on female V, he will.
Huh.
I don't know if that's a weird glitch thing,
Probably.
but yeah, he will not date female V. And I'm like, that's fucking stupid. If you're going to make characters have a Pacific, you're gonna have to either make them
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry.
all bisexual or make it to where girls can't date one of the girls, but only the other girls because the guy can't date her, and vice versa on the guys. Like, because honestly, granted, most people's favorite choice, and of course I'm doing that one because I'm doing the Nomad, which is Pan Am. Uh, because she's a nomad. No, apparently you can't romance Pan Am as a female V either. Hmm. So they literally made it to where there's one straight couple for each and one gay couple for each section.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing. The romance. What's his name? Yeah. I know Mel. So Mel V cannot romance then Mel. So if you're so basically they limit who you can romance. If you're a male, you can only romance one girl, one guy.
Yeah,
Same with female. But I'm like, why have four characters and make us choose between male or female?
yeah,
Like, not why not just I guess technically we still have the option to be straight or gay.
right,
But what if a gay guy likes River over Carrie?
right.
And what if a lesbian likes Pan Am over Judy? And vice versa.
Yeah, that's why I was saying it probably would have just been easier if they just made them all bi. I mean, that's technically the way they work in Stardew Valley. You could actually argue all the townspeople, well, the ones you can marry anyway, are technically all bi because regardless of whether you're playing a guy or a girl, they'll automatically just be interested in you once you start romancing them. So
Yeah.
it's like, so it'd have been a little easier, I think, if they'd have just done it that way. But like, they may have had their reasonings. I don't know. So
Yeah, I still either way I think it's stupid. I get
yeah,
it, like Judy, you find out, she's had female relationships in the past. She was but just
yeah.
because a girl has a female relationship in the past doesn't
Right.
mean
That
she's
doesn't
only
mean
gonna
that she
be
can never be interested in a guy. Yeah. And vice versa.
vice versa.
Yeah.
Guys who have only been in gay relationships. I mean, it's just like a guy who's had nothing but been with women all his life decides, you know what, I'm gay now.
Yeah.
No, actually, you're not. You're technically bisexual.
Yeah.
Uh, I should know because technically I'm not gay. I mean, like most people want to do this whole, oh, if you switch sides, you become from straight to gay. No, if you go from being with the opposite sex to the same sex, but if you enjoyed sex with this opposite sex, then you're actually bi. You just now prefer men over women. That's just your flavor of the week.
Flavor of the week. Unless it's one of those exceptions where like maybe they were lying to themselves
Yeah,
or to
there
everybody else
there
their whole life. That would be
yeah,
probably the
there's
exception.
exceptions. That's why I said. That's why I
Yeah.
made the specific statement. If you've enjoyed it the entire
Yeah.
time.
Well, you can still enjoy it, I think, and still not necessarily be like,
No, if you truly are not interested in women sexually, if you're not at least bi-curious, you're not gonna have enjoy having sex with a woman, your guy, and vice versa with a girl. Hell, even if you're slightly bi-curious, you're not always gonna enjoy it. You're not gonna tend to enjoy it because
oh, my foot.
it's not what turns you on.
Uh,
Like in my case, I tried having sex with a guy. It was all right. Did I have some fun? Yeah. Would I do it again? No. That's just my preference. Unless it's a femboy. Maybe, I don't
okay.
know.
You sound like everybody on the internet, I swear. I
Oh,
see way too many TikToks on there of people. Oh, I just want a femboy so bad. I'm like, what the heck is this fascination with this all?
well, I mean,
Oh.
if you're a masculine gay
I'm not saying I would never date a femboy, but I wouldn't go out of my way to chase
guy.
after one.
Well, the
That's
thing
what
is, if you,
I just find that interesting that so many people, well,
well,
I mean, some of those posts are probably just joking posts, but some of
yeah.
them, like, I think are being serious.
Well, I think it's probably from the ones that are serious is because they are gay,
Yeah.
but they're more masculine gay. So feminine features do come a little bit attractive to them,
Yeah.
but they want dick. So a femboy, which is a
Oh,
guy that
man.
looks very feminine, is going to come off more attractive towards to them because they have the feminine feature facially and somewhat figured, their body like posture, I guess. But there's a dick. That's why, some gay guys are only attracted to trans women too, that haven't fully transitioned.
Yeah,
Because,
if they have that same sim or a similar look, rather. Yeah.
yep, it's all because, anybody that says, oh, you should never have a preference, you're going to have a preference. It's biologically imperatively that you're going to have one. You can never change that.
Well, I mean, I have
Eh,
my preferences. I just wouldn't say mine are that quite that niche. So I'm a
yeah,
bit
you could,
I'm a
that's,
bit more generalized, I guess you could say.
yeah,
So
there's a difference between being picky
yeah,
and having preferences. People that will only date a certain type of person
yeah,
is more of a picky preference. There's nothing wrong with that,
yeah,
but that's what it is. You're just more picky on your preferences. Means you have a smaller niche. Those types of people are also probably more picky about who they're friends with, what they eat, where they go and hang out, what shows they watch. They're probably more picky in almost a lot of aspects of their life. So it carries over into their sexual life. But I digress. I came off the tangent with that. But like, I prefer in games to fully have an option because like you can't really say, oh, I want a character to stick with their character. Yeah, but the character is always designed by. If you're a female V, Judy's always going to be attracted to you.
yeah,
She's always just going to be dating chicks the entire time. If you're a male V, you might be one of the few guys that she ever gets with. Pan Am, who's mostly straight, you might be one of the very few chicks she's ever got. Same with Carrie. We knew no Carrie's had women, but he's primarily gay. Female V might be one of the few chicks that he would get with. And with River, you might be one of the only guys he would get with. It works better for role playing and way you want to get because there's no character, honestly, because of that, that matches to me the other for Mel V, the other options. Because you have three things you could, like I said before, and you pick out. You get Corporo, Street Kid, and Nomad. Pan Am's a Nomad. If you want to straight up do the Nomad ending as a Nomad, your relationship with Pan Am makes completely storylized sense and roleplay sense. But she's gonna leave either way. So like, what's the point romancing her as a street kid or a corporo who's not gonna leave Night City?
yeah,
Like with the street kid, it makes sense to do the legendary end. And then with a corporo, it makes sense to do the demon end. There's other endings in those three, but those are the three that matches 100% with those characters. Street Kid, I guess, can match a few others, so can Corporo. Nomad less, in my opinion, but you can always argue, oh, you're Nomad, switched how you like things. But you limit that when it comes to relationship life, because unless you're going to do the Nomad choice as Mel V, you're going to lose Pan Am. And all the other choices, the endings, honestly, you lose all your relationships no matter what, for the most part. Like the male, and it pisses me off because the male option sucks so bad. Like I was even thinking about making my Corpro V gay until I found out with the two male characters how they are. And when it comes to the endings you can choose, they kind of suck ass for the most part. But like with female V, with with the Nomad ending, either be male or female, you get to leave with the relationship because as a female V, you get with Judy, she will still leave with you to do the Nomad. And then if you do this one ending where you come out of coma 2 years later, she's already moved off Wave Night City's got a whole fucking new family, new relationship, everything. So I'm like, damn, they really relationships are kind of pointless. Except for to like maybe have some backup to do Pacific endings. Because you actually have to be in good with Pan Am to do the nomading. I don't think you have the relationship, do the full relationship thing, but it kind of leans to that, like it's kind of best option.
Yeah.
Like if you're gonna put a relationship system in a game, actually fucking work on it. Don't leave it stupid.
Yeah. Or like half baked, I guess. That's kind of
Yeah,
reminds me of like Fable. Like you can get married and stuff in that game, but it
it's
really
pointless.
serves it doesn't serve any purpose to the core gameplay. I
Same
guess
with
it's
Skyrim.
yeah, it's like it's a nice little touch, but it's like other than maybe doing it one time just to see what it's like who's ever going to want to do any of this stuff? I mean, it adds nothing to the
Yeah.
gameplay.
I
So,
have married every character in Skyrim, and after that, I've never done it again.
oh really? You went that far with it?
Yeah, I was
I
just seeing
didn't
what you
even
could.
go that far.
I've also adopted every kid.
Oh really? I never even adopted any kids in Skyrim, but
Yeah, and then I downloaded a mod that allows me to adopt every single kid. So all the kids you can adopt have been I've adopted at once.
oh, excuse me.
And it tends to be when like the reason I've done the marriage thing is because I was wanting to adopt the kids and see what it's like, see about the kid stuff. So I tend to decide not to be a single father.
Yeah.
So it comes along with like having the wife, the relationship. If I'm adopting kids, if I'm not going to adopt a kid on there, I'm not. Also, another thing I hate with Skyrim is all the relationships are Nords, and there's nothing but Nord children. Like, if I'm not a Nord, I don't get married in the game or anything. Like, if I'm an elf or nothing, I don't.
Yeah, I
Because
guess
why
I've
would you?
never thought of that. I've always played a Nord in Skyrim, so yeah, that's true, huh? Mm. It's
Yeah.
hard for me to play any other race but a Nord in Skyrim. It just feels weird not to play one. So to me personally. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
But the other games I'll play different races. So oh man, I'm yawning already. Mm.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a game that there's very few games that have actual like romance stuff that's actually good.
Yeah, it's not a common feature mechanic in, well, at least in those types of games anyway. In those types of games anyway. And yeah, the few that do try to do it, it's typically always half baked. So they really, if there's ever a game company that's going to implement that, they really need to go like all the way with it and try to, really graft it into the core gameplay and try to make it, all work together to where it actually serves a bit more of a purpose and it's much better. You know what I'm trying to say. So,
Also, actually, I just found something that makes me even more mad about Carrie being not bi.
oh
So,
yeah.
because his character exists in the Cyberpunk tabletop RPG, which the game and the world's based off of,
Mm-hmm.
he's bisexual.
Hmm.
The developers chose to make him exclusive interested in men to fit their design vision and the game's narrative context, which included exploring his unresolved feelings related to Johnny Silverhand, which he could still do with a female because Johnny's still there in the head. And with Judy, they just did because the developers wanted to create an authentic character with their own established sexual preferences, just like in real life. While there was some confusion during development due to leftover dialogue options from Mel V, recorded for production convenience, the character's core identity was always intended to be lesbian.
Huh.
But yeah, they say it was like help character death, but like the thing is like they set it up the way you come in these relationships is through these missions and
Oh
helping each
man.
other out. They make you get so close, and if you tempt something, if you're Mel V, Judy will tell you she's not interested in you. Same with Carrie. Carrie literally like there's this whole dialogue where as a female V, you try to actually like romance him,
Yeah.
and he just freaks out. And it's just like it's kind of honestly stupid to me. Yeah, it's fucking weird. Because even with the female V, apparently the same dialogue from the NPC nomads about
Yeah.
y'all getting really close is the exact same. And y'all still, I guess, cuddle or whatever. It still has a lot of the same. Because I'm mad again, like, I'm mad about the same way. Like, Pan Am should be able to romanced by a female V, and River should be able to be romanced by a male V. Because, if I was to do a gay street kid, I would go with River, not fucking Carrie. Well, Carrie's a rich rock star. River becomes a cop that gets put down on hard times and fired from the precinct. So getting with him as a street kid and having that little weird dynamic would be cool role play in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that.
That's why I was thinking about, Carrie's good for a corpo path. You're going to you're a rich corpo guy eventually or whatever you want to be in role play wise, and he's a rich rock star. Like, it makes sense. It goes hand in hand. But again, none of it matters because the endings make it shit. Hell, if you romance Pan Am with as Melvin take off during the credits, there's snippets of the people like they're calling you and leaving messages. She talks about her regrets that she wasn't there for you more, that she's not as there because she's leader of the uh your group of nomads.
Hmm.
So it's like, oh, so even though you leave with her, she's too busy being the leader to really have a relationship with you. That's great. And if you're female V and you choose the fucking 2-year coma option, that which actually cures you, I don't know how all the which engines actually cure you, whatever. She moves the fuck on. She doesn't wait for you to turn. She leaves Night City, gets with a whole new woman.
Oh wow. Two
Like that's kind of
what's the 2-year coma option is what is that all about?
so the chip that has the Johnny Silverhand's imprint, the reason why you can see him is actually slowly taking over your brain because eventually you'll become Johnny.
Oh, okay.
Well, one of the endings has you join this going to these doctors or this organization and they put you in a coma to fix you, to save you. And they pull you out 2 years later. And of course, the operation apparently for some reason makes it to where you can't use cybernetics. But literally everyone but the Ripper Doc, Vic, in the beginning, because you can see Vic all the time. You go back and talk to him, whatever,
Yeah.
constantly. Uh, all of them basically blow you the fuck off. River uh fucks over the police by selling their fucking secrets to uh oh, what are they called? It's basically this a trauma team. He sells their secrets to trauma team, so he feels like a piece of shit that he's not deserving of being your friend or your relationship, whatever. Carrie's too busy up in the Richie rich people space satellite above Earth doing gigs to really pay attention to
Richie,
you.
I love that.
Yeah. Pan Am just doesn't answer.
Excuse me.
Pan Am just doesn't answer her phone. Judy tells you that she moved on. She moved to Seattle or somewhere. I can't remember. And that she got in a whole new relationship and everything. Vic is the only one like, hey, you talk to Vic, and he's like, dude, it's good to see you, basically. And you tell him the situation that you can no longer use cybernetics. He's like, fuck them. Come see me. We'll figure this shit out.
Yeah.
Like he's the only one out of all the group of people that you get to fucking be friends with. That's like, come see me. We'll figure shit out, bro. Like, I got you. And I'm like, and he's not even a romance option. All the romance options just fucking blow you up. Pan Am, I guess somebody was saying, I looked up that her voice actress wasn't able to come back for that ending to record, so they just have her go straight to voicemail.
Yeah.
But you get ghosted by Pan Am. The other three are too busy to care. It's like, man, that's a shit option. Like, the romance is so half baked. They apparently, they try to make it better when they released Phantom Liberty DLC,
Hmm.
which, yeah, you get to go on a cute little date, which is where you get to hear the song "I Want to Stay at Your House," which is the mission. You can, you dance with your love interest to the song playing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't like being limited in my romance options because, like, as a female, because I will eventually play as a female V, I can only date Judy or River. So, like, but what if I want to be a Nomad V? I guess I can still do the Nomad ending, me, Pan Am, and Judy right off together as a triple threat, even though you don't date Pan Am, you know what I mean? It's the girl squad.
Yeah.
But, like, with River, like, all the endings when it comes to him is shit. Like, if you want to do the Nomad ending and you're with Carrie or River, they don't go with you. Only people that go with you the Nomad ending, of course, is Pan Am because it's her Nomad group and Judy. The guys flake out on leaving Night City. River kind of like you get one of the endings. I guess you're up on a space station, one Arasaka space station or whatever, and he's like, "I'll try to get you." He ain't gonna get you. He's just a ex cop who's got nothing going for him anymore. So I mean, he's a shit option in general for women like that. He's kind of sucky at the job. He actually can get himself killed. You actually have to be careful not to actually let him die if you want to romance him as a female. They basically made the only good option for women Judy, and the only good option for men Pan Am. Carrie's all right, but like you guys are just kind of shitty at making romances in these games, man. Hopefully, when they make the next one, they do better because they're
Well,
making a new one already.
Lord knows how long it's going to take him to do that. But
All
yeah, that's about all the time we got for today. So,
right. Well, you know what, everyone? Comment down below what you think about relationships in video games and who would you actually date in Night City. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, all that jazz, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Welcome to the city where chaos thrives. Kevin and Eric keep people alive. Random talks and stories collide. Park City anthem, let's take a ride. Park City, the place shining like a star. Bar City, the place to be. Laughs and madness, wild and free. Tune in now, let the good vibes flow.